This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Can you say 3P? Union Scotties, WPL champions.
The New Shannock Lancers are PIAA Class 2A state champions once again.
Swing and a miss. The Union Scotties. It's double gold for the County of Champions.
Wilmington, your District 10 1A champ.
Makes the catch. That will do it. Mohawk, back to back. Go celebrate.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
There he is. Left corner for three. He's the now all-time leading scorer.
Palmer McCain makes the catch. Somehow the adjustment, and he is going to take it to the house.
Francis Monitis works through Ritson. Has a chance. Score!
Off the tip of the glove of the first baseman, Benedict. That's recovered. And did they get her? They did!
He has wide open. Dave McKnight gets the touchdown.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
And a pleasant good afternoon from the Cavelli Fieldhouse as we kick off the Unified Bocce season here on LCSportsNet.com. Alongside Tim Continenza, I'm James Dotson. Here is Union and Mohawk do battle. We'll tune it over to the PA announcer for the introduction of the teams and for the Special Olympics Athlete Pledge.
Let today's contest reflect mutual respect. Now let's meet the teams for Union Scotties. Team 1, Ethan Pounds, Christian Madison, Cameron Cannon, Liam Oceangar, Alexis Person, Kaylee Parson, Layla Carter. And the visiting team 2, Savannah Llewellyn, Matthew Kennedy, Ian Galinka, Cindy Woodring, Samantha Thomas, Johnny Cooper, and Maddie Deloja. And the visiting team Mohawk, Kay Smith, Eric Diziak, Landon Black, Carson Winchester, Ava Ford, and Kylie Perry. At this time, will all team members rise? Repeat after me. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. It is my pleasure to announce today's competition officially open. Good luck.
So there you go, Tim. The three teams technically being introduced. Union with their 14 athletes and partners that are on the court today, split between the two teams. So they will each get individual records as a result when it comes down to the playoffs. And yes, there'll be a playoffs either in, typically it's in the middle of February when that playoff matchup will be from the Lawrence Division. 6 schools from Lawrence County, part of this Lawrence Division. Wilmington actually plays in the Mercer County Division. So 7 of the 8 schools in the county with a unified bocce team. It's awesome to be able to see how this has grown and continue to grow over the last 5-6 years.
It really is. It's a great event for these young athletes to have an opportunity to compete and to find out what the enjoyment of the game of bocce.
They're going to do the coin toss, which is rolling away. Give a shout out right away to our officials on the court. That's Mrs. Brandy Lutz. Her son is playing on the new junior high team here at Union. Mohawk has a couple of graduates from the junior high team to the senior high team, part of their squad here today. The junior high tournament, by the way, this year, it's a one-day event on January the 23rd at Shenango. So mark your calendars for that one, Unified Bocce fans. So Mohawk, you'll see the same athletes on the court for the entirety of the game, and it's going to be Union who will get the first roll of the match.
As we've talked about before, this is really an important part of the game, is handling the Pauline and getting it in that playable area, and you have to keep it before that blue line like they just did.
Just barely.
And give yourself room to approach it. And it's always different feel from the big ball to that tiny one to make your choices. And playing on hardwood is actually, in my opinion, one of the hardest things to do, because you don't have, the ball has just a different grip on it than you would have in a normal bocce court, either with some type of sand or hard clay type surfaces, or even grass. So these type of balls will roll quite a bit, and it's a difficult skill set to find that right speed limit to get it in there.
Yeah, and it is a squishy ball too, which makes a big difference, as this one's going to go right down the side. And also tough too, because just getting gym time to be able to practice is difficult. So you got teams practicing in the cafeteria, in the hallway. Good roll there from Landon Black, his first year. You can tell by that hair, he's a heavy metal music fan.
There you go. Gotta have a little guitar in your life. Never a bad thing.
Kaylee Parsons with a nice knockout.
Yeah.
Union will be closer.
That's exactly what you want to do. You just want to try to replace balls if you can, and stay as close as you can. Really, it's a simple game, but a very challenging game to play. Is more of the same color balls closest to the Pauline gets you the most points, and you could get 1 through 4. And you're, as a defensive player like he is right now, you're kind of both offense and defense. You want to get as close as you can, and when the ball just doesn't roll your way, it really becomes a non-factor. And then you have to
as that was Carson DeCesaro, not quite enough on his roll.
Yeah.
So Green still in.
Like I said, it's kind of difficult on this hardwood to really judge the speed. And he's going to use the rail, it looks like, to try to bounce out, and just misses that green ball.
That was Case Smith, and both he and Carson are graduates from the junior high program. So now 2 balls remaining for Union, but still 1 left to throw is Eric Viziak.
Well, this will be the last throw here for Mohawk. This will be number 4 here.
Only senior on this Mohawk team.
He looks like he's going to just
tried to sneak it on the side.
Try to get around that green one and couldn't quite do it. So that opportunity for Union here is, if they can get these next 2 within the closest of that red one that's by the foul line, then they can get extra points here on their first game here.
It's Liam Mockberry Hood, also a member of the varsity football team, a first-year member.
That's going to roll, looks like, just a little far.
Oh, it's close, though.
It is. It's going to be angles there. I mean, geometry comes into effect here.
And the final roll here coming.
Going to go from the outside, which is a nice play.
Ethan Pound's trying to curl it around, but it looks like it's going to go a little too far.
So we know Union got at least 1.
They will confirm.
And say, yep, only 1.
I promised I wouldn't make fun of Andrew Toman for his measuring skills, and he doesn't need to get the tape measure out. Andrew Toman, the official on the far side, he is a student in the PIAA officiating class here at Union.
There you go. Did you go over the rules for Bocce today to remind him?
Briefly, honestly, while we were setting up. He helped set up all the equipment today, too. So big thanks to him for that. Give a shout out to our friends at Castle Asphalt. No official pregame show today as we get on the air for this fun of the first bocce match we have on the season. So Union with the 1-0 advantage. We're going to hopefully get a chance to talk with coaches from both teams. Lori Monteleone for Mohawk and Roseanne Felina for Union is his first roll. Good job to gauge the pace.
Yeah, that's the most difficult thing because you got the two different ball sizes and try to repeat your throw. It's going to be a little different, but look at this one. It's going to be right at the Pauline. You can't do much better than that.
Hits it square on there, did Tristan Madison. So now we'll get our first look from Mohawk.
I believe that's Ava Ford.
It is.
And that's a very nice roll. It's going to go just a little long.
Yeah, that's the worst, is when it feels so good out of the hand, but it just keeps on rolling.
That's the hardwood. It makes it difficult because it has less grip than you would have on a normal bocce court. So you don't have that friction that you need. You need to kind of hold it in. You're really got to be fine-tuned here. He's going to try to botch it out, it looks like. He's going right at it and just missed it.
Yeah, tried to bump it away to Cesaro. Union with the 1-0 advantage here in the early going. The way it works is each of these 30-minute periods acts as a great view there, just splitting the red and green ball there.
We'll have to fix the back end of the court. There we go.
Liam's on it. So final chance here for...
Where you want to even play defense if you can. You just want to get it close to try to prevent a team from really piling up in front and maybe being a little obstacle-like. And that's not a bad role for that type of play.
Yeah, good effort there from Eric Viziak. At least he's going to make it kind of difficult to get multiple points here.
Yeah, and that's going to be the thing. Let's see if anyone tries to use the railing as a kind of a breaker here to come up and just, try to use it just to tap.
It was interesting how
the ball, to bring it to a stop. Let's see if anyone uses that strategy here.
That was Layla Carter, now Alexis Croson. She's also on the volleyball team. There goes Alexis on her throw. It's also going to be just a little bit short there. I think maybe playing a little safe with these rolls.
They are.
And then Ethan Pounds loves video games. This is his third year on the bocce team.
Now that has nice pace.
Splits
that might just get in there, and that should do it for 2 points.
If it holds on, and it will.
Yes, it will. So Union should pick up 2.
I think they will confirm before they do so. We will have basketball action tonight as well between Neshannock.
They're going to measure it and make
be
sure.
safe.
Right? That's exactly what you do.
Neshannock at Shenango for hoops action tonight. We'll have more Newcastle basketball on Thursday.
Did not see the single, if that was just 1 or 2.
Well,
I know it was at least that they gave him 2.
Gave him 2, all right.
There we go. So the first 3 points of the match goes to Union here. And I've been there. This is what you do, that walk from one end to the other end when you're short on teammates. You have one, and that's what they're doing. They're keeping 1 on each end permanently, meaning that's where they're going to be throwing through each time they're down on the left or the right hand side. And the other 3 will walk back and forth and play on both ends.
And we're going to have a chance to talk with Yeah, that'd be great.
Now,
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll have you grab that headset right over there, actually. Tim, can you give her a hand?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a challenge.
Ah, there we go. All right. Can you hear me all right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Coach Lori Monteleone. Have a seat, relax a little bit, and thank you first of all for joining us. The season well underway here. Talk about the fun here beginning of the bocce season here for the Mohawk Warriors.
Yep, it's my 5th year for being. I was assistant coach for 4 years, and this is my first year being the actual head coach this year. And I've seen a lot of benefits of the program altogether.
So what's been the biggest difference for you personally then going from year 1 to year 2 of getting used to being the head coach rather than the assistant?
Well, everybody turns to me, and that's the one that requires, crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's and that sort of thing. So,
talk about your squad here. 6 participants going on today, but I know a lot coming up from the junior high program. So a good program that you've been building up here in the last few years.
Well, we've been trying to build it up, yeah, but our people keep changing. There's a couple of restrictions that the Special Olympics puts on that we can't take other athletes from winter sports.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids we have a small group of students. It's a small student body, and they all want to be involved in everything, and you can't be involved in everything. So we've got our partners, which are the regular ed students, are all new this year, and but they're great, and they're very enthusiastic, and they're looking forward and doing their best to make a cohesive team.
And especially when you have a school that has somebody who's known as a 4-sport, 5-sport athlete, it's kind of a bummer that you can't have somebody who's part of a winter sport be a part of the bocce team when you have people who do multiple sports in one season already.
Well, but it still makes a space for the other people and the opportunity for everybody to become part of something, and that's going to be that's kind of one of the things is everybody can be included and everybody can be part, so it doesn't fall to just one small group of people. But when we're short on people or looking for people, but I think we did find a really good crew this year, and so I'm anxious to see how it all shapes out.
Talk about your senior real quick, Aaron Viziak. I know somebody who's been here with the program for the last 4 years. Let's talk about having him and all these students, just about the fun and maybe something that's different that you see on a bocce court versus what you might see with him in a classroom.
I think it helps us to recognize the similarities that we all have, and whether you're regular ed or special ed, and bocce provides an opportunity for anybody to have the winning shot, and you've seen it in a number of games, and the camaraderie starts to come into play, and you start to see them interacting a little bit more with one another. It's actually pretty exciting.
Great shot there to get an extra point by Eric right on cue there. And I also love just thank you by the way for the bios. A great piece just on him too is the fact that he's also part of the musicals and the school plays, and you love getting the involvement and, like you said, the camaraderie between your athletes and your partners out here.
Yeah, and he's participated in plays and musicals at the Newcastle Playhouse as well, so he's very active and very outgoing, and I'm really proud of him being part of this.
Tim?
I was just going to say, when you getting your team together, and is it hard to synchronize the time for them and finding room in the schoolroom to play?
Absolutely. And then we have a new wrestling team this year at Mohawk, so that practice space is at a premium. We're fighting over the gym space or the cafeteria space. Sometimes we're practicing in the hallways because now we have to make room for the wrestling and their big mats and stuff like that. But it's a challenge, and then it's a challenge to find people who are willing to commit a little bit to it. But again, I think once they recognize, when you explain bocce in just the general rules and the general, it sounds like, oh, that doesn't sound very exciting, but come to the games and it really can be.
It changes everything,
yes.
Yeah. Because you don't realize that it's just the strategy that's involved, and trying to, again, place the Pauline in the square that is available to play in, and then trying to duplicate your throw with a bigger ball. And
Well,
that's a challenge for a lot of kids.
And every gym is different. Every
Right.
floor is different. We have to figure out, kind of establish. We have a little routine that when we come into a new floor, we have a certain technique that we do, trying to figure out, does it lean to the left, does it lean to the right, is it completely flat, and is it sticky, and how does it work? And it's actually, that's again another idea of adjustment and noticing I threw that ball too hard, next one's going to be easier, and I think that is a skill that we all could use, adjust, adapt and adjust.
What are some of the other life skills that you are able to work with these students? And again, not just the athletes, but also the partners as well from playing in this unified bocce.
I think it's kind of, it's maybe repeating myself a little bit, but just the actual recognition that everybody has a value, and they're not just, this participating in this sport isn't just being nice to the special needs kids. It's a fact that they actually have value themselves.
A couple more questions. We'll let you get back to joining your team, currently trailing 3-2, but working a nice comeback here. What is and what has been the biggest challenge that you've seen in terms of getting this program started and continuing it over the course of the last 4 or 5 years? What have been some of the big challenges that you've?
Again, because there are so many activities between the basketball games and the musicals and it's almost like a competition, and it's a little bit of a vying for attention, and I'd say that's probably the biggest challenge, and the recognition that this is something that is entertaining as well.
Absolutely. And then let me ask you this for one final question. If there's people who are out there who are watching this and they're at a school that maybe hasn't had a bocce program started yet, what would you say in terms of recommendations of how to get it started and again the pros that you've seen in getting a bocce program going at your school?
We've had tremendous support from the Special Olympics of Pennsylvania and all you probably in its unified the Unified Champion schools that they have. That's a whole program, and I think when we got involved it was still sort of fresh and new, and they were new, and they've really established, they've learned from their experiences, and so I think it would be, if you were interested in getting something started, just contact them. I have to Google SOPA and Unified Champion Schools Bocce. They have other sports and stuff like that, and it's fabulous.
Well, very good. I really appreciate you coming and joining us, Coach, and go join your team and enjoy the rest of the day. Really appreciate this.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Here, help you out there. Thank you so much to Lori Monteleone. Give a shout out to Ashley Exposito and Cheyenne Holland as well for their work with the Mohawk program. Currently trailing 3-2.
There's so much to gain from it. To learn to work as a team, to work with individuals, as partners.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me, for a lot of these young athletes, that's a great learning tool for them. And to understand that you need everybody to make a cohesive unit.
A little excitement there, and for good reason. Cameron Cannon getting a second point there. A little bounce off the wall to finish it.
Nicely done.
Early nomination maybe for a Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game. We will be giving out Play of the Game and MVP of the Game shirts like we always do here. And waving at the crowd for us. Very nice for Eric. Big thanks to all these, especially the athletes who have been with these programs now for 4 years especially. The coaches, their dedication, their time, I mean, they're staying after school. Again, there's very limited space to be able to have these, and especially with like she just mentioned, a new wrestling team too makes it even a bigger challenge.
Well, you look at the size of this court. I mean, you're talking, you need 70 feet.
Yeah.
It's not like every hallway has the ability to do that, or you have a second gym, or if you can't go outside this time of the year to do it.
No.
It's not like you go and, we got a flat, surface outside. Let's go out and, have some fun. It's not that possible this time of the year. And like you said, it's a challenge.
Kind of tough to see the Paulina there. It's just past the white line, kind of at the edge of our scorebug graphic.
Yeah, it's right against the railing.
kind of hiding over there as Ava Ford looks to take this roll. I'm just going to go right down the railing here.
If they can get this ball between that green ball and the railing, and ooh, look at it, just bounces just a little closer, so it makes it a little bit more green in a sense for Union.
Yeah, but it does open it up a little bit for the next roll here, and this is Carson DeCesaro.
This will be interesting to see how they approach it, because that's a difficult angle. If you go down the railing, I think that's what they're discussing. Go down the railing and see if you could bounce, maybe hit that red ball and bounce it up, or possibly go through it. And you may get a little reaction from it all.
Yeah, Carson,
kind of pinball.
Carson and Case talking it through and figuring out what's the best method to try, and not enough on this one.
Yeah, that looks like it's
going to be a nice block, though, if nothing else, right behind the Mohawk coaches,
exactly.
of course. And that's part of it, too. Again, we kind of alluded to it, but there is no
coaching in a sense.
Yeah, the coaches are not allowed to coach during the match.
Yeah, they have to. The players have to make their own decisions. You know, they can talk within themselves, like we just seen, but they can't ask a coach for a, you know, where do you think I should throw this, or how do you think I should do it? And there was what they were attempting to do, and it's just not enough power on it, and it's going to be just a little short. One last one to go here. Let's see if they throw a little harder and maybe try to get a reaction from this. He's going to maybe try to use the railing again, and he's going to sneak through a little bit, but it's going to come. Look at that. That was a great effort.
So now you're Union. You already have a 3-point lead. Here's something you got to keep in mind, too, though.
Yeah.
The points become tiebreakers, and tiebreakers are going to be big when all is said and done.
Yeah, every point then matters. So, you know, in a lot of bocce games, you may say, in this sense, we got one. Let's not make a mistake and cost us points by hitting the red ball or knocking one of ours out. But look at that.
Hey, they're going to...
You go right for it, and you get the 2 points. You get paid off there.
And Kaylee, we trust, she knocked that one right to the right spot, and quickly up is Liam, and he's going to kind of pinball a little round.
Those blockers coming into play there. Pushing that one up, and now they got even a little closer red one.
And one last chance for Ethan Pounds. Third season.
He's going to try to split the middle here, it looks like.
Yeah, he did it on his last row, Tim.
And he did it again. Look at that.
Beautiful work from Ethan Pounds.
3 points. There's 3 more for Union, and they now have an 8-2 lead. So they took full advantage of a difficult positioning to get extra points on that round, and able to do it.
From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man, located on South Mill Street in Newcastle, Nick's Auto Body. And I'll also give a shout out to the Crane Room Grill. If you're hungry after the game, hey, kitchen's open till 10 o'clock tonight. Select app specials on Thursday nights, Friday nights as well. Make it a post-game tradition at the Crane Room. 8-2 the lead, and again, when it comes to the playoffs, so this is the only game that Union will get to play today. Or at least this first Union team, I should say. So when it comes down to it, it's, you know, winning percentage, and then the tiebreaker again is on
total points scored.
Yeah, points and point differential. So the more points that they can get on the board, the better off they'll end up being in terms of potentially securing a playoff bid. And we do not have the latest standings. There is another match going on today at Laurel. I believe it's Newcastle playing at Laurel today.
Well, now will be Mohawk's opportunity here.
Just to try to chip away. Probably 2 more ends remaining here in this first set, or in this first game, I should say. As Landon Black, Guitar Man, going right at it.
Oh, look at this.
Jess is going to sneak on by, though.
And there's that hardwood playing in condition, in a sense. Look at it, that ball just continue to roll.
Look at him.
He's just like shaking his head like that should have stopped like 3-4 feet ago. There's always that scenario, you know. You're always thinking, oh, I got it. And you see that ball just keep rolling.
Carson giving us the thumbs up. Very
Yeah.
nice. We're ready for you, buddy.
So Carson going right at the Pauline, and it looks like a nice roll, actually. Look at this. Will it hit it? I think it may. Oh, hey, there you go. Take a bow, young man.
Well done. So Alexis Croson will now look to respond.
And that one's going to get close, but I think it may just come to about a foot short. That's the key, though. If you can get your opponent to throw and you still have a couple of balls behind, that's when you have the opportunity to score those extra points.
Layla bumps the red ball closer
even
now.
Closer. There's about, I would say, it looks like at least a yard between that Pauline and the closest green. So Mohawk's going to have an opportunity. Let's see if he can get it in there, and he's going to get not a bad throw at all. I mean, it's a difficult
That's going to be tough to get multiple points now, right?
Yeah, exactly. You have to make a decision. Do you want to take the chance of knocking that closest green one away? But in the meantime, if you do that, you potentially can knock your own ball out.
Not sure if Tristan Madison's baby sibling, who's now been coming to the matches, not sure if they're here
I think
today
she
or
does
not.
it anyways.
Good
Look
job.
at this.
Good job by, is that Ava?
I believe that was Ava Ford, yeah.
Yes, great work by Ava.
With the botch ball.
Definitely one, maybe two right now for Mohawk. Final ball being rolled by Eric. And Viziak's going right at it. Look at this.
Is. Perfect.
Did it even closer.
Yeah.
Leave no doubt.
Oh. There's at least one red we know for sure. Might be two. That one that's parallel to that red one might. I can't tell from this angle. That green one may be a little closer.
They will get out the tape measure.
They're going to measure all three. I don't blame them.
Gives us a chance to give a shout out to our friends at Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George. Get the home field advantage with LGKG.com.
This, I believe the green may be just inches closest. I think I should check that red one too. And they're going to measure that one. Two red, I believe she said.
Yes.
Yes. So Mohawk gets another deuce on the board. Cuts the lead down in half, 8-4. We're down to the last 3 minutes here of this match here, James.
Yeah, so this will be the final end because once again, another 2 minutes, you cannot start another.
Yeah.
Am I saying another end? Is that the proper terminology?
You know, I just call them matches or rounds.
Round.
You know, I've never really, even games, it's actually each one's a game itself. Kind of playing like a set of games. A lot of them play like 3 or 5 game sets.
So Landon's going to go for the bounce ball here to start.
That's in play. Just beyond the volleyball white line. And that one's going to have a little too much mustard on it.
We'll see if he can get the pace figured out for game 2, right?
Well, so difficult. You throw that one and you think, oh, I got the speed. And you throw the next one, and you go, I'm going to have to go a little bit bigger because it's three times the size, and it's not the case.
Last time we're probably going to see, so I got to give a shout out to Kaylee Ulelualani Parsons, who moved here from Hawaii last year.
Oh.
She just took her final role.
Okay.
Very active student council member as well, getting herself very much involved here at the U immediately. Love to see that. Any new student, it's difficult.
Yes.
I think the most difficult has to be the fact that it's not 80 degrees and sunny each day.
Yeah.
But we're definitely very excited to have her here at Union.
Two-handed approach. I like this.
Try something different.
Trying to get a little bit more on it, and he's definitely achieved it. And I think he actually has the point now.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Take a bow again.
Yeah, why not?
He's had a couple of great roles as Carson.
Yeah.
And that brings Liam McVeary Hood back in for his final role.
And this one's gonna, again, back-to-back good rolls for both teams. Now we'll turn it green, so the green will have the lead point right now.
Perfect weight there for Liam. Exact right speed. As Case Smith looks to respond, and he's going to go right at it and hits it too strong.
He went for the botch. Not a bad play, actually. You had one behind you still, meaning one left. If you can knock it out of the way, you would all probably have 2 points there right now with a chance to get a third.
And also knowing it was the last rolls of the match.
Right.
Almost need to try to get the four-bagger to tie it.
And
hit
it, but just hit it on the wrong side of the ball, and it got a little bit closer for the green. So Union will have the lead point right now, but
Cameron Cannon also plays the trumpet in the marching band. He was in the polar plunge last year at Acrisure Stadium too.
Oh yeah?
Get one last look at Cameron with his last roll, as it's going to be a safe one, throwing it just a little short.
That sounds awful chilly.
A little bit. So hopefully, it was on a cold day like this too, and jeez, he is one of the founding members of the You Belong Club here at Union as well. And then Ethan Pounds will wrap it up, trying to get inside that final red ball.
Looks like he did.
Yeah, so probably 2 final points for Union. They will take the opening game here, Tim.
Yeah, we'll give them. They'll measure it, I imagine, a double check, or I think they're going to give them 2. They're going to measure that last one, make sure he's in. Got the tape measured out. They're talking about it.
I gave him 1. And it looks like it is officially 1. So your final score of 9-4. Union wins the first game of the match. The Union team will switch it up. Mohawk having their conversation right in front of us. We'll be back in a moment here at LC SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Attorneys Parada, Jones, and McCree are dedicated to giving their clients the best chance at a positive result. From personal injury, criminal and corporate law, real estate, municipal law, to wills and estates, their team will work with you through every step of the legal process. With Parada, Jones, and McCree, excellence is our guarantee.
Like in sports, it takes a great team to protect you, your family, and your business. MVP Insurance is that team. From home and auto to life and commercial insurance, you can count on us for coverage that adapts to your needs.
We're committed to excellence for our clients' experience and in serving our community.
It's a winning combination.
MVP Insurance. Don't get left on the sidelines. Log on to mvpins.com or call today to get your free quote.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Let's get rolling with game number 2, and already with the Paulina throw, and now his first attempt is Eric Viziak, as Union won game 1 by a score of 9-4. And Viziak, another one with great, perfect weight right near that volleyball line. And now we'll get to see the new members for Union out there. This is their second team of the day. Again, 2 teams because they have so many members. Actually, the scorekeeper, Liana Wilson, was the first substitute that they had in the history of Union Bocce.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's crazy, too, because the match we did last year, one of the teams was missing a player, but that was not the team that had the, what am I trying to say? That's not the team that was missing a player, so
right.
She couldn't be used as a sub. That's just unfortunate the way that the rules end up working. Look
at that roll there.
Yeah, that's Maddie Galasia.
Maddie putting it right by the Pauline. Right to the right of it. Nicely done. Well, here you go. Probably the strategy here is just try to knock, like bowling, just go right at it and see if you can move it away and see where they land. Don't even really try to get a point as much as you're trying to just hit the balls and see if you can move the positioning of it. That's what he's going for. And then gonna go a little long. He missed his target, but it was the right idea.
It's a Mohawk.
He went from the corner, probably he maybe wanted to have gone straight up. Let's see if either one of them. No, he's going to go from the corner too. Right-hand thrower, I understand that.
Kay Smith also involved in a lot of the plays and musicals here.
Look at this, right at it again.
Nice roll.
Oh my.
Just rolls by.
Just a good effort there. That's one of those misses that you always wish you had back, because just a little bit more you would have had it.
But again, you make the adjustment on your next throw.
He's going right at it. That's what we're looking for.
And he splits the 2 green balls. Unreal.
That is the challenge. And, you have to go for it. And unfortunately, they're out of bocce balls. And there will now be opportunity here for...
That's Matthew Canaday.
Yeah, Matthew giving it a shot.
How about this? He's a former competitive ice skater.
Oh, wow.
And loves watching the Penguins, even now.
Fantastic.
Now his partner, Savannah Llewellyn, also, common theme here, also a member of many of the musicals over the last few years at Union. She takes the final roll of this opening round, and it looks like it'll be Union for one.
Union for one, exactly. They'll take the first point of this match.
Coming back to the game, we'll have our MVP of the game, brought to you by MVP Insurance. Getting the game at MVP. Coaching clients to better prices, better coverage in Zealy and New Springfield, Ohio. We'll also announce our May the Chiropractic play of the game. Tim, you spend too much time sitting in the bleachers? Well, go visit Dr. Maley, Dr. Bowser, Dr. Argero. They'll get you straightened out.
Absolutely will.
Not Lee Moan, though. Can't get him. No. Can't ever get him straightened out.
Well, there's some cases that just are uncurable.
And he is for sure one of them.
No question about it.
He might count as 2 or 3 of them, actually.
Yeah, he's a case study.
Thankfully, no Lee Moan with us tonight. Sam Thomas with his first roll for Union. And speaking of Union, let's bring in Dr. Roseanne Felina. Most school spirit, class of 19, we won't say the year.
It's 88, I can own it.
Okay, you can own it. 1980, I knew you could own it. Thank you for joining us, madam.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, absolutely. The fun underway here with the Bocce championships for the year, and this is the second official match for you on the day, or on the year, correct?
Yes, we were at Elwood last week.
And how has this season gone? I know you lost a good number of members from last year's team, but had plenty to replace
it. We lost 5 seniors.
Wow.
It's been great. You can see our team 1 that just played. All of our partners on that team knew.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And stepping right in and getting it done immediately, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I'm curious, how hard is it to recruit, or were they looking to join?
Interestingly enough, Maddie Glasia, who is on the court right now, she's actually seated over here. She was somebody who wanted to play last year, didn't have a spot.
Oh, wow.
So fortunately for us, the recruitment of partners is fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, because of the ratio that we have to have, a school doesn't necessarily have the number of people with the intellectual disability that they need to have to qualify to be an athlete. So that can get a little bit short,
right?
Which causes this rotation that you see happening on the court. But for our partners, we're turning them away, which to me is a good thing to have.
Well, your scorekeeper was the first substitute last year, if I'm not mistaken.
She
right?
absolutely was, and good. We did get her in to play a match last year because last year was the first year they had substitutes, and she very much enjoyed her other roles that she had helping the team out. So she's at every practice. She's helping us. She's serving more as a team manager this year.
That role there.
And I know you guys have fun trying to figure out your time and practicing in the hallway and everything. But with that in mind, I know you also have fun recruitment during the lunch periods as well, right?
We do. We have part of the program with Special Olympics is that you have to have some whole school engagement activities. So we've done pep rallies where we've had kids come and play out of the stands, play against the team. We've had some faculty members play. But one of the things we like to do is set that court up in the hallway right outside of the cafeteria to get people interested, not just in necessarily playing. It's a recruitment tool, of course, but just to get people to come to the matches.
We're going to get a fan section, breaking news, for one of the home matches after the new year as well. So stay tuned for information on that. This is your 5th year coaching here. Different, obviously, than your 25 years coaching track, but talk about some of the similarities that you do see between coaching at that on the track level versus coaching here with the Unified Bocce team.
Well, I think one of the things that you see, and I guess you see it with every sport, is the individual strengths. So with track, you got to know who to put into what event and say, okay, you know what, I know you like that one, but that might not be your best event.
Yeah.
And the same thing is true here. We have some who are better with the long roll, some who are better with the short roll. So getting them to realize their strengths But the other part of it is that part where we're not allowed to coach them during a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very, and it's tough for me as somebody.
I can imagine being a lifelong track coach. You're used to being able to talk to your athletes and give them, instruction.
When I sit in this gym, I also coached junior high and varsity girls basketball a number of years ago, and this gym to me represented like screaming out plays and battling crowds and stuff. And to be able to sit there and not say something is very difficult for me in any situation. But with even the teammates here are allowed to tell them when they're seated. They're not allowed to coach once the kid is in the court, but they can tell them. So they have the ability to choose amongst themselves, like to tell somebody, hey, we need a short throw here. You need to go next and get us in there and get us back on the board. So that's one of the things that's a little bit different in that, in track and basketball, and you always have your other athletes helping their teammates.
Right.
But in this situation, the coach can't.
Yeah. Talk about some of your partners. I mean, I know there's some new faces, but also a lot of familiar faces that have been with you guys for a good number of years. And, their rapport to be able to be working with the athletes like they do.
It's absolutely phenomenal to me. A couple of our partners, Savannah Llewellyn and Sydney Moudry, are actually student aides in the life skills classroom every day. Mm-hmm. So they're in there every day. I'm in there trying to get Matthew to give me 5. And I would say I'm successful about 20% of the time.
Not bad.
But he will do anything for Savannah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
They build
have
that
a bond,
rapport.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we also have, once a month, we have a You Belong Club, which is actually happening on Thursday this month. And we have not just our team, but we have other kids in the school who participate who couldn't necessarily be team members or play a winter sport, which makes them ineligible. But the You Belong Club is a club, it's a unified club. And so we'll be making Christmas ornaments and having Giant Eagle chicken tenders and mac and cheese. That was the request. It specifically had to be Giant Eagle.
I understand that. That's quite tasty.
I mean, talk about you belong a little bit, and especially it is for, like you said, for everybody inclusion, which is exactly what we're talking about with this entire unified bocce, but also plays right into the hands of a Kaylee Parsons, somebody who moves into the district last year and is immediately able to connect with kids.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have some that don't. I believe in You Belong Club that maybe couldn't even tell us what bocce is or how you play it, because they're there for that sense of belonging, to be able to be in a club that doesn't meet after school. So if they don't have a ride home to participate in other things, they don't have to worry about that. It's something that happens. And I'm thankful for the support of the staff as well, because it meets during lunch and 6th period. So those 6 periods, regardless of whether they have second lunch or third lunch, those teachers once a month are allowing those kids to miss their class and make up the work to be able to participate in something, because it is so incredibly important.
It is, and then also too, I mean, we love seeing the personalities come out. Yet, you don't necessarily see in a classroom setting, but to be able to come out here and just have fun and be themselves, athlete or partner combined.
Absolutely. A couple of years ago, I had one that I used to take on student council trips all the time, that people would say to me, why do you take this kid? Because the way this kid acts in class. And
you're talking about your nephew, right?
and then we go to, they come to a match, and they're like watching this person be the most compassionate human in the gym. And they're coming up to me after the fact saying, I get it now.
Yes.
I understand.
Right.
Like, this kid's a different person in this setting. And, we did have a little discussion about the fact that people shouldn't be surprised to know that you're a decent person.
Yes.
But it allows them to show a different part of themselves that is a very important part.
So, first off, for the Union fans who are watching, also on the Union YouTube page here today, talk about joining You Belong and what it took to start that, and why you should be interested in joining this You Belong Club.
Well, the You Belong Club, we started it's actually part of the Special Olympics grant. So our coaching staff,
Great roll there to interrupt you for a second.
That's beautiful, and he knows it.
He should.
That's
That man right
roll. There. That nobody is prouder of my PhD than Ian Galonga.
Yes.
I can't walk past him in a hall that I don't hear Dr. Felina.
And Tim, he's a Joan Jett fan, so I know you
Oh,
about that.
that young man knows good music.
He does, yes. He is Joan Jett and Kiss.
Yes.
It's a toss-up. As I think he loves Joan Jett a little bit more. But I'm so sorry I got distracted there because of Ian's great throw.
That's all right.
You were asking about You Belong Club, and the nice thing about it is it's a rolling admission. It's not like something where kid moves into the district tomorrow. They could be at You Belong Club on Thursday, which is a great way to meet the new people, meet other kids, find out what you can sit in that room and doing an activity. It's a very low threat thing that everybody's just doing their own little individual ornament or painting a pumpkin, whatever we happen to be doing that time. And so it allows them to get involved and talk to some other kids about other things that they're doing. And then they find out, oh, this kid also is in the musical, so maybe that's something that I want to try. So getting involved like that, it's just so important because, as a student activities advisor in multiple activities in this district,
no, you don't do anything.
Our goal is always to make all kids want to come to school. And so we want to have that opportunity to give them something that they want to come here to do and to be a part of. And we joke about me being most school spirit class of '88, but I get that that's not a reality for everybody. Not everybody loves coming here. Oh, goodness gracious, it's 2025. I'm still coming here every day. But I know that everybody doesn't have that same joy of coming into the school or coming into any school setting. So anything that we can do to give kids a sense of belonging inside of these halls is, to me, the best thing we can do. That's gonna mean more to them than anything I'm gonna teach them in my math class.
One final question for you then. Well said, 1,000,000%. Now let's address to maybe people not from Union who might be tuning in and watching this and saying, hey, we want to start a bocce program or some form of a Special Olympics style program at their school. Talk about the process and the benefits that you've obviously seen from it and the difficulties maybe that have arisen from doing it.
It's absolutely amazing. The difficulties are very few. The difficulties come in things where having to turn kids away, or just a couple different rules about when kids are allowed to play and not allowed to play, kind of thing. But very, very, very few difficulties. The ease of starting it was amazing. Other than not realizing I was going to take 28 pieces of 5-foot-long PVC pipe home in a Camry. It's so easy to get involved, and the bocce program in Pennsylvania has grown exponentially since we started this one.
Yeah.
When we started, there were less than 100 bocce teams across the Commonwealth, and there are over 300 bocce teams now.
Wow.
So that's an amazing thing, and just the SOPA website, Special Olympics Pennsylvania, it's very easy to navigate, and there are the people who work for Special Olympics, can't speak highly enough of them. Their willingness to help and to get things going. They are good-minded people who are out there for the right reasons, and anyone you encounter through the Special Olympics program, you can tell they've earned the right to be there through good hearts.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Dr. Felina, really appreciate you joining us and everything that you do here with the bocce program and the Mo School Spirit and the Student Council and
all your involvement.
What is it? 13 minutes left. I think I might have enough time.
Well, I appreciate LC SportsNet. I make my plug every year because being somebody who is as busy as I am and who's out of town a lot, I appreciate the fact that I can tune in on LC SportsNet and watch our games and cheer the team on and multitask. I can be working somewhere else and doing another job and still watching our games. So I appreciate everything LC SportsNet does, and I encourage those people who are who are watching or listening right now to remember that you can also make donations to LC SportsNet. This is not an unplugged thing, but I will tell you, I don't know if who's watching the things, but before the game started, I actually sat down there. I was like, I got to remember. I always try to do it now so that I remember to make my yearly donation as a thank you to LC SportsNet for making sure that I can always catch our basketball games and our football games and all the things, whether they're home or away. I'm tuning in to LC SportsNet, so we very much appreciate it.
And we greatly appreciate you, and make sure you heard that, students. You can multitask. It can happen.
You can.
You can do it.
It's not impossible.
Thanks, Doc. We'll be seeing you soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
That's Dr. Roseanne Felina, the coach here at Union. Give a shout out to her and to Michelle Cassie, as many will have remembered her. Congratulations to her as well on the newlywed.
Yes, congratulations.
And with that too, I mean, it goes without saying, but you got to give big shout outs to, Matt Laporte and Kim Needball, the athletic directors. Just another thing to be scheduling and figuring out, how to get there. We've seen many times, Coach Nogue with the girls team hanging out and watching the match before they start their practice next door.
It's difficult to find enough time.
Yeah.
And, just availability of when it can be done.
Last throw
Look at that. Just
this
got
game.
Inside.
How about that? Perfect throw to finish it off. Landon Black. It took him a few throws. Took him a few throws, Tim, but he finally got that pace exactly right.
Yeah, well, last throw steals the point away, so.
We are entering the red zone, just over 10 minutes left to go here in game number 2. Make sure you stop by the red zone. Spirit sales can raise big money for your organization. Find out how your organization can score big at the red zone, and lots of great holiday deals and different prints going on there as well on Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township.
Here comes that bouncing ball on that hardwood. I tell you, that's... Anybody who's played bocce, I dare them to try to play on a hardwood with these type of balls. It is not the same game. It's a different type of game. And to see these young athletes do this and use the circumstances that they're in to their advantages, it's impressive. Because like I said before, these balls don't have that, you're not going to get that natural traction that you're going to get on a true bocce court.
Well, you heard Coach Monteleone talk about it too. I mean, a lot of these courts,
are different.
Well, they're different. We talked about it when we did the Wilmington match a couple of years ago. It was still the same floor where they had held many donkey basketball games. You would see a ball go straight and then all of a sudden just veer to the left, like it was on a bowling alley. How fast it was swerving off to the left because of little indentations and dead spots in the court.
Yeah.
But it's also a lifetime game that these young men and women are learning.
It. I mean, that's what you got to think about. This is something that they can do with family members and friends for the rest of their lives, and it's a fun thing, and the competition, and it's fun competition between from people, and that's the most important thing. And you're going to get excited if you make that roll on that last play to either take the point away or make that botch that saves the point for you. It's a nice thing. Look at this roll.
Great roll.
Get right in there. Look at that. It's about within a foot.
Nice use of the wall from Case Smith.
Yeah, and that's the key. You got to think about where a guy can bounce it off of, and maybe take a little speed off the ball and still, get it there. And you can see the slippery floor there. Yeah. And it wants to go a little wide with his feet, and he realized, might not be able to.
Johnny Cooper on this roll. Also did the polar plunge.
I'm impressed with the polar plunge.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
That takes some mental capacity to be ready to do that.
Johnny's talking to it the whole way on that one.
To overcome the weather and the psychology of that's impressive.
Transformers fan, Joan Jett and Kiss fan, Ian Galanka, taking his roll.
And quickly rolls right at it. I think he got the red ball. Oh, split him. 3 points if you're playing football, kicking a field goal.
So final chance here for Union It's going to be Maddie Galasia. And this one's right at it as well. Does it have the pace to get there?
I think it may. Look at this. Just sticks right in front of it.
Yeah, she's pleased. She measured that one well. I know she was doing some sine and cosine to figure that one.
Here comes the interesting throw here. The last red to try to steal it back.
Kelly Craig drifting off to the right, and it's not.
It might bounce off that green one.
Ooh, look at that.
Look at this. It is, going to be just shy. It looks like that green one probably has the point.
Landon was all excited over there. He thought they had it.
Yeah.
And I think they are just outside.
They'll measure the double check.
I didn't notice too, Mohawk.
Yeah, that's going to be just a little too far. One green, I believe. Yep.
Makes it back to a 4-point edge. Give a shout out to our friends at Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen, building our community for 70 years. We'll have more bocce matches coming up after the new year, Tim.
This is, one of the great things about the LC SportsNet. We don't talk about it too often. You and I have had great opportunities over the years to do the football and basketball and softball and baseball and all the different sports that we cover here. But this is, a unique scenario to do it, this unified bocce and showcase some of the different student bodies and and how these clubs work. And you talk about the U Club and the You Belong Club and the obviously just the bocce club and all this, and working it all together and seeing how a student body really reacts to it all. It's really impressive, and I think it's something to be proud of. That we're showing that sports go all over the board. It doesn't matter what type of level of you're talking about. I don't care if you're talking about maybe a small school versus a large school, or you're just talking about something simple as this, as you've had the video games and on in the past.
Yeah, we've had the esports tournaments,
right.
And that was one of the things when we started LC SportsNet, Tim, that I was very passionate about, was that this is not just about doing football and basketball and baseball. Like, we're covering all the sports. And part of it, too, as I pulled up on the screen, Tri-County Cup is something that the Tri-County principals have begun this year.
Oh, yeah.
These bocce matches go into the Tri-County Cup rankings. So with that in mind, like these games, these matter. So this is basically after the fall season, those last standings. We'll have updated standings on our social media pages over the course of the next few weeks, over the course of the winter months into the spring months. But these games matter just as much as a basketball game, as a football game, as a softball game, in terms of identifying what school will be our Tri-County Cup champion.
It'll be the inaugural Tri-County
Absolutely.
Cup, So we got a hold of the trophy first.
We did. We did.
Looking forward to when we get a chance to present that.
No, that's going to be great, and I have a feeling that it's going to come down to the wire with how our softball teams play.
I think it will. I think every year that is going to be a trophy that is going to be earned in May and June.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think you're going to see each school show its strengths at different times during the seasons, and climb the ladder of the table, and then we'll see who outlasts them all come May and June.
We see it a lot here in schools. I just to back on what Dr. Felina was saying, that you have to turn some of these kids away. Small schools especially, the kids want to do everything, and more power to them. You hate to have to turn kids away who are excited about helping and doing stuff, but sometimes that's where you end up having to do.
Well, I mean, that is it. And this is what I like, is you're here as a partner helping this special student and making sure he has that opportunity and get him through. Look at that. Yeah, celebrate, young man.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Greatly done. sensory, issues there probably, and it doesn't matter. He's participating, and that's what's important.
And like any of us, we're gonna have good days and we're gonna have bad days.
Yeah.
And love that. Yeah, you're learning about fighting through tough moments to do something you have to do, and still celebrating back there is Matt.
Exactly.
Big shot.
Big shutout though. Look at this roll.
Going right.
Look at this
through
roll.
the middle.
This is
How
gonna
about
have
this?
a shot. Look at that. Perfect shot. Is that Case? No, excuse me. That's Ian?
Yeah, that was Ian DeLonca.
Yeah.
And then Sydney Mudry, want to give another shout out to Sydney, and she and Savannah have been part of this team for a while. Ian's still going on about his shot, and rightfully so.
Yeah, that's the best thing about bocce. You can keep talking about that. You remember what? It's kind of like golf. You only need one good throw to make you want to do it again.
And with that, though, too, I believe we are under 2 minutes. We are. So 2 final points for Union, and that's going to be the end of this match. A final score of 8-2 in Game 2. So 9-4 and 8-2, the final scores here from the Cavelli Fieldhouse. We'll step aside. We'll get some championship, or not championship pictures. We'll get some team pictures, a couple of shirts to give away as well, and we'll wrap this up and get you ready for the rest of the week and getting into the holiday season here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Congratulations to our November LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Football as our LCAP Team of the Month after reaching the WPIAL Championship game for the first time in over 3 decades. Congratulations to Coach Brian Cooper and the Laurel Football Team, your LCAP November Team of the Month.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Being the home team, to playing at home. And at LGKG, we have been your home team for over 90 years.
We're more than just a law firm. We're your friends, your neighbors, an advocate when life takes an unexpected turn.
We're not just lawyers that practice law, We live in this community, just like you.
When you need us most, we're at our best.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands. From a scratch to a dent to a major repair, Nick's your man. Making your car look as good as new. Nobody does it better than Nick's Auto Body. Trust your body in our hands. Nick's Auto Body, trust your body in our hands.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
We roll on into our Tri-County Principals postgame show here at lcsportsnet.com. Final scores of 9-4 and 8-2. The Union team's victorious here today. I want to give another shout out to the coaching staff, Lori Monteleone, Ashley Exposito, and Cheyenne Holland for the Mohawk team, and Dr. Ro Felina, and excuse me, Michelle Oakes for the Union Scotties. Wanted to mention Michelle kind of helped start this program with being the special needs teacher, has been coaching for 4 years with Coach Felina. Her daughter, who's actually here tonight, see that. Yeah, give a shout out there as well. She was one of the original members of the team, was Maddie. So I want to give a shout out to them as well. Both these programs, it's fun to watch, these kids go, and again, outside the classroom, on the athletic field, or in this case on the court. Really fun, and we're glad to be able to be a part of it, and again, give notoriety to every single sport, because in the end they all matter, Tim.
They really do, and it's fun to see something unique as bocce being used at the high school sport and used in this process and this facility as unified and get the entire student body involved, and I think that is such a commendable thing, and it's a fun thing to be part of, and just to watch them play a very competitive games.
And the Bocce State Championships, by the way, are played the morning of the basketball state championships at the Giant Center. So I mean, it's
better.
Yeah, that's exactly the way that it should be.
Exactly.
Let's get into it real quick. Our final awards for the day. We're going to start with our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. It's going to go to the Mohawk Bocce team, especially from Eric and Carson specifically, as the the thumbs up and the hype guys over the course of the match. Give a shout out to the entire Mohawk Warrior Bocce program. They are taking home our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game customized T-shirt to the Bocce team from the Red Zone in honor of being today's Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game. As for your MVP Insurance MVP of the game, it goes to the Union Bocce team. Ian Galanka was the one to sport the shirt for us, and no, not because he's just the Joan Jett and Kiss fan, but he had a couple of great roles there in that second game. So he is our MVP Insurance MVP of the game, representing the Union Scotties Bocce team. And the 5th year of the program at Union. It is great to see how any school program has grown, but they talked about it too. There's now over 300 schools in the Commonwealth with a Bocce team.
I think once it was seen how easy it is to develop and the demand that the student body wants to be part of it. As you know, we heard from the different coaches that, finding players has not been difficult. Finding partners has not been difficult. So that is a terrific opportunity, and you've seen that it's grown 3 times. I mean, what they said, they had barely 100 when they first started, now over 300. That's fantastic for the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, big thanks again to both coaches for getting us some information on the kids and for joining us to chat a little bit about their programs. Awesome stuff as always. We'll have more Bocce coming on after the new year. Make sure you stay tuned for those dates and times. I believe it is Laurel at Newcastle and Elwood City at Shenango, I believe, are the matches that we have slated to wrap up our Bocce season. A couple more games we have here. Basketball tonight at Shenango, Neshannock at Shenango tonight. We'll have Newcastle hosting Butler on Thursday. We have a Mohawk Elwood City doubleheader on Tuesday next week for some basketball action. More hockey with Neshannock and Wilmington both playing on Monday night. We'll also have a girls basketball game that night with Neshannock hosting Aliquippa. It's a busy stretch run here of the 2025 calendar year, Tim, but we're off and running.
Yeah, we are. It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, we're getting to the end of 25, but 26 has a lot still in store.
Yes, it does, and we'll have it all for you here at lcsportsnet.com. Again, big thanks to everyone here at Union helping us get set up. Big shout out to Andrew Toman, helped get some of the equipment set up today, and then helped officiate the match as well. And of course, Coach Needball and everybody here at Union allowing us to get stuff set up and ready to go for the event. For my colleague Tim Cotanez, I'm James Dotson saying so long. Stay tuned. It's a 2-0 victory for Union over Mohawk on Unified Bocce here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP. Stay tuned. More coming up soon on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence